Alright, so back in December, this trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming, the official trailer, was released on the internet, and I, unfortunately, missed out on it. I saw it, but I didn't get to do a trailer reaction for it. So, I just wanted to do a video on Spider-Man Homecoming, and why I think this Spider-Man movie will smash all of its competition. You know, Star Wars, or DC movies, or Fast and Furious, all the competition that this movie has around it. I personally think that Spider-Man will smash them all in the box office, that is. Before I really get into the whole box office stuff, I just want to say that I am a Spider-Man fan. I'm not as big of a fan as some other, you know, other Marvel fans may be. I'm more of a DC fan. I lean more toward Batman. He is my one favourite hero of all time, but Spider-Man would come at least in the top 5 of one of my favourite superheroes. Just to let you know, I will be going into all the box office-y stuff, like the numbers, the money. It's a lot of money, and I will be going into all of that. Disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I've never actually done this type of research in the box office concerning like how much a movie grosses in its opening weekend or whatever. I've never actually gone I've never done the research on it, and it was quite interesting as a side note. But anyway, let's get straight to it. First off, Transformers. I've got it in a list. So the first one that I will be mentioning is Transformers. Transformers has had a total amount from all the Transformers movies, including the other smaller films like the Transformers the movie. They have clocked in at around over $1,325 million of the Transformers franchise. The movie that had the biggest opening and grossed the most was Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Since then, it's been a pretty slow decline. Transformers Dark of the Moon grossed second in the franchise and had the third biggest opening in the franchise. Transformers Age of Extinction had the lowest grossing and had the second highest opening. But the next one, Pirates of the Caribbean, again the second movie in that franchise, had the highest grossing and the biggest opening, with the grossing being over $400,023, and the opening was over $1,035,000. Also, again, Pirates of the Caribbean, just like Transformers, has been declining, with the latest installment in the franchise, On Stranger Tides, had the lowest grossing but the third highest opening, or second lowest opening. So, not too good. Pirates of the Caribbean, Transformers and Pirates of the Caribbean I don't think are a problem. Anyway, so here we are at Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious, they haven't made quite as much money as any MC movie, at least to my knowledge. They haven't made as much movie, let's try that again. Okay, so Fast and Furious, they have been increasing in grosses and opening weekends. Yeah. I don't think any one of their movies in the franchise has made as much as a Marvel movie yet. At least one of the bigger Marvel movies, like say the Avengers or Iron Man 3. But they're getting there. But I honestly think that from Fast and Furious 4 all the way to Furious 7, it's just been an increase. Like every time one has come out, it's made even more. It opened even bigger and grossed even more money. So that, I guess you could say, is a worry, a concern that as to whether or not that will actually smash the box office. I don't know. Anyway, the next one is Star Wars. By far the biggest competition of any franchise out there, especially like even the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Star Wars and the MCU seem to be making the most money out of all the other franchises. Star Wars The Force Awakens actually had the highest grossing and biggest opening, with it grossed in over $936 million, with its opening being also the biggest opening, with over $247 million, and Rogue One being the second highest grossing Star Wars film, and the second biggest opening as well. Yeah, for now in the video, I think Fast and Furious and Star Wars are Spider-Man's biggest competition. Planet of the Apes, while a good franchise, I don't think quite has it yet. Like, their total amount from the entire franchise hasn't even hit the billion mark. So not really no real competition there. The Alien franchise, again, has not hit the $1 billion mark with this, but Prometheus had the highest gross. Prometheus was the highest grossing one of the franchise and had the biggest opening. Prometheus made over $126 million. So yeah, nothing really to worry about there. DC, however, could be competition, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't think they are. I don't think they are a concern, especially for a Spider-Man movie that now takes place in the MCU. I don't think that we need to worry about them because their movies suck now. X-Men, I guess you could say X-Men could be a competition because, well, I don't know, because X-Men are a tricky thing, because like one minute they are making great movies and the next they're kind of not making great movies. So the X-Men franchise is it's kind of like a roller coaster. It goes up and then it goes down and it goes up. It is all over the place at the moment because X-Men Apocalypse was not as successful as people wanted it to be. So yeah, I just don't know how to explain the X-Men movies. There are good ones. Don't get me wrong. There are good ones that I really enjoy. But it's just, they haven't had a consistent success rate like Marvel or even Fast and Furious for that matter. Okay, so now we move down to the MCU. Out of all the other franchises, it had one of the highest grossing films in its own franchise, but compared to all the other franchises that are coming back this year, it had one of the highest grossing films and one of the biggest openings as well. But it's a good thing, okay? Because if this new Spider-Man movie were not a part of the MCU, then I wouldn't actually be here making this video. But this is where I move on to my personal to why I personally believe that Spider-Man Homecoming will smash. Maybe not all of its competition, but it will come out on top of a lot of its other competition. So here's why. Because one, it is a Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man, one of pop culture's most popular heroes. He is on the top of a lot of people's top 10 lists of favorite heroes. He has come up to top 2, top 3, top 4. He is at least within the top 5 of the most popular or liked superheroes of all time. He is up there. He is up there with Batman and Superman and Iron Man. He's up there with them. So that is just one variable for why I believe why he will smash the box office this year. Also, Spider-Man, this is a little concerning though. This does concern me looking at it now. The first Spider-Man was the highest grossing film of all the Spider-Man movies. This is excluding the MCU. So now I'm looking at all Spider-Man movies at the box office. The first Spider-Man movie was the highest grossing one. It had the second highest opening. Spider-Man 3 was the biggest opening. But concerning gross, it has declined ever since the first one. Spider-Man 2 did not gross as much as the first one, and Spider-Man 3 did not gross as much as the second one, and it just continues on with the Amazing Spider-Man films. So that is concerning. That may be a problem, but I think, honestly, I think that the mere fact that Spider-Man is one of the most popular heroes of all time, plus now that he's been added to the MCU, like, they have essentially plastered Tony Stark's face all over Spider-Man. Like, he is definitely in this movie. If you did not know, he's definitely in this movie. But I think that the mere fact that it is taking place in the MCU is by far the biggest thing that it has going for it. Like, it might... personally, I think that Spider-Man Homecoming will gross more than the first Spider-Man movie. It may, but as of right now, I think Fast and Furious, Star Wars, and... I don't like to admit it, but yeah, DC, those are Spider-Man's 3 biggest competitions. But that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna go now, and probably never talk about box office ever again. Anyway, bye.